Dear children, let's start the story The Beggar where we left in the previous video. Next, he saw the pseudo teacher seat himself on a log and become lost in thought with his red cheeks resting on his fists. The advocate was watching the beggar's work. He saw that the false teacher, meaning the beggar, after that he sat down on a log on a wood, and it seems is as if he had lost in some thoughts. The woman flung down an axe at his feet, spat angrily, and judging from the expression of her lips, began to scold him. That lawyer was watching that Olga, the cook, had thrown an axe in front of his leg, and with her lips movement, it was quite clear that she was scolding the beggar very badly. This was the findings of the lawyer. The beggar irresolutely pulled a billet of wood towards him, set it up between his feet, and tapped it feebly with the axe. The billet wavered and fell down. It seems the beggar tried to break the wood, but it fell down and he was unable to cut the wood properly. The beggar pulled it to him, blew on his freezing hand, and tapped it with his axe cautiously, as if afraid of hitting his overshoe or of cutting off his finger. The stick of wood again fell to the ground. It seemed that the beggar did not know anything about cutting of wood. His hands were freezing due to extreme cold, and he was trying to pull down the wood near to him, but again it spread, or it had gone somewhere far away, and he was unable to cut it. Sagri's anger had vanished, and he now began to feel a little sorry and ashamed of himself for having set a spoiled, drunken, perhaps a sick man to work at menial labor in the cold. Now, when the advocate saw the condition of the beggar and the way he was unable to perform the task, earlier he was feeling very angry on the beggar that he told lie, but now he had started feeling a sort of sympathy for the beggar. And he was feeling that he was a little bit harsh on the beggar, because in this tough weather he had given this drunken, maybe he was not well even physically and mentally, this tough task. Now he felt a little sympathy for the beggar. An hour later, Olga came in and announced that the wood had been chopped. This much he had seen. But after an hour, Olga came and she said the woods were chopped. An hour later, good, give him half a ruble, said Sagri. If he wants to can come back and cut wood on the first day of each month. We can always find work for him. Now the advocate said, good, if he had cut the wood, give him half ruble, and even you can invite him for next month also, first week of next month, for cutting the wood again. Always we will give him some work. This was the information the advocate gave to his cook to convey it to the beggar. On the first of the month, the Valif made his appearance and again earned half a ruble, although he could barely stand on his legs. Next month also he came. He chopped the woods and he got half a ruble. Though he was able to chop the woods, still he was unable to walk properly, meaning he was in half drunken state. From that day on, he often appeared in the yard, and every time work was found for him. After that time, it had become a regular habit of the beggar to come on that yard, and every time some work used to be there for him. Now he would shovel snow, now put the woodshed in order, now beat the dust out of rugs and mattresses. Every time he received from 20 to 40 kopecks, and once even a pair of old trousers were sent out to him. Now he was not getting only chopping of wood, because so many times chopping of woods cannot possible, but he was getting variety of works to do. Sometime he was given the task to remove the snow, sometime to make a shed, sometime this sort of some other work was planned for him, and every time he was earning. Now not only he was earning the amount, but also he was given some old pants, old dresses also. The process continued. Thank you.